Okay, so today I want to talk about landing pages and what is the best landing page for your accounting firm. First of all, why should you take my advice and listen to me? Well, I'm the owner of Accounting Kings. We currently work with about 50 other accountants all over the US, and we have created a lot of landing pages for those accountants. Every single client of ours has its own landing page, and in the last 5 years, I've tested about 200 landing pages. I've spent $2,000 on just that one landing page funnel. I think I have watched about 300 Hotjar recordings of landing pages, and for a couple of months my whole life was all about optimizing landing pages for accounting firms. And in this video I'm going to tell you all the lessons, give away action steps. I'm going to actually tell what the winning landing pages and iterations were that we have implemented. I'm going to review landing pages and also give you a more multiple action items actually about how you can actually increase the landing pages of your firm. So first of all, why is a landing page important? It's important to understand that if you are running an advertising campaign, you don't want to send all of the traffic to your normal website. And the reason for this is because a landing page is designed for conversions, while a website is just designed to just give information, general information about the business and that the business exists. A landing page is there to actually create curiosity. So you want to win the trust in a landing page of the visitor. You want to make sure that they actually know, okay, well, this person is actually able to help me with the problem that I have. And then if there's trust and they know this person can help, there still needs to be some curiosity to actually schedule a meeting with you. Because if you are going to answer every single question, some of the people are going to buy from you directly, but you will also miss out on a very big percentage of visitors that still need to be sold a little bit. And that actually, of course, you cannot do all the selling if someone is just visiting the landing page or the website. You actually need to talk with them to actually sell the services. So you will have a higher percentage of new clients if you are using a landing page over a website. And the reason why landing pages are very important for your campaign is because if you increase the landing page conversion rate by, let's say, 20%, you will directly get 20% more return on investment of the campaign that you are running. Because a landing page is kind of the bottleneck of the whole campaign. If you are converting 20% more leads, and you will get 20% more clients. So it's definitely worth it to actually optimize your landing page and pay a lot of attention to this video that I'm going to record for you right now. So one thing that I've already found is that the simpler the landing pages are, the better they convert. So you don't have to overcomplicate stuff. It's actually the simpler the better, but you do need to know, of course, what you're doing, and most importantly, why you are doing the things you are doing and putting the things on the landing page. Why are you putting them there, and what's the whole reasoning behind it? Because at the end of the day, it's all psychology. You need to understand what people are looking for so that you can give those people exactly what they're looking for, and that they can then schedule a meeting with you. Okay, so I will quickly dive into the best practices that we have found. I've tested so many landing page variations, and these were the main things that we found work best. So I have a list over here. So number one, have a button every single scroll, or have a way to actually get in contact every scroll. So every time that you scroll down in a landing page, there should be an option to actually get in contact. Either a button, a form, or a phone number that people can call when you actually scroll, right? So that's number one. Number two is green buttons. We actually tested the colors, and a green button always worked best. Reason why? There are so many reasons there. I've actually talked with a CRO person, and he said, well, the green light in traffic, or actually the light to actually go ahead, is also green, and people resonate with the color. I don't know, but I've tested it and it always performed better. Number two is the location in the headline. So if you are running local ads, so let's say in a 50-mile radius, you want to have the location in the headline of above the fold. Above the fold is basically the first thing that people see, and when you have a headline, you want to have the location of your firm in there. So if you are doing a local campaign, so for example, you are doing accounting for business owners in Chicago, and the searcher is in the Chicago area, and they type in accounting firm for small business owners in Chicago, and they land on a landing page, and the landing page says best small business accountant in Chicago, of course they are going to pay attention. So that's a test that we've implemented, and it worked really well. Another one is use real photos. So real photos of you, your team, of course professional photos, but they always outperform the stock photos. So if you use stock photos, visitors know that those are actually stock photos. So it's a more personal approach. If you use photos of yourself, people will resonate with them more, and they will also trust you more. And of course, in the accounting industry, trust is extremely important. Then number two, use a calendar instead of a form. So we have tested multiple versions where people could use a form to fill in and then they can schedule a meeting on the next step. But we have found it works best if you actually put the calendar on the landing page directly. So they don't have to fill out a form, they just pick a time. So you can use Calendly or HighLevel or whatever calendar software so that they can pick a time, and then if they pick the time that actually works for them, then they need to fill in their information. And you are free of course to split test all of the things that I gave you, but these are the things that we found works best with most of our clients. Another one is use the form and the calendar not on top, so not above the folds, which is the first, which is basically on top of the landing page, but use it below. So what you actually want is that above the fold you should only have the title and not really like a pushy approach with like fill in this form now or schedule a call now. No, just have the general headline there, a description of who you work with, and a button. And with a less salesy and pushy approach, people will click on the button, it will direct to the bottom of the landing page, and there they can either schedule a meeting or fill in a form. We actually saw a really big increase in conversion rates there. Also, a clear call to action above the form or the calendar with the benefit. Of course, you know that if they fill in the form or they pick a time in the calendar, it will be for a phone call or a Zoom meeting or an in-office meeting. But you need to be very clear on the landing pages. You actually need to have such clear actions and such clear next steps that a 7-year-old can also understand. So above the form or above the phone number or above the calendar, clearly say call to schedule a free consultation, fill in the form to pick a time to talk, or pick a time to talk with an accountant tomorrow. Just a very clear call to action, but also with the benefit. So benefit can be call now to schedule a free consultation so we can show you how you can grow your profit margins by 20%, for example. Or if you are doing tax planning and advisory, schedule a free call by using the calendar below so that we can help you save on taxes. So clear call to action, but also the benefits we found also have a big increase in conversions. Another one is the offer. The offer on the landing page and the whole campaign itself is arguably actually the most important thing. And we have tested multiple offers like a free discovery call, free quote, free strategy session, but also just a normal free consultation. And you probably think, look, well, everybody's using a free consultation. And that's true. Most of the accounting firms are. Thing is, everybody's using it because it works the best. So a free consultation is just a very strong offer. There are no obligations for the person actually filling in the form and scheduling a meeting. And everybody knows kind of what is going to happen. If you are going to say a free discovery call, people don't really know, okay, well, discovery call, like what are we going to discuss? And how will it actually, like, what will the discovery call or strategy session be all about? So a free consultation works best. The only downside to a free consultation is there will be quite a lot of leads that actually schedule the call, have a question about how can they prepare their taxes, and then they thank you for your time. But you can also just filter those out, and I will actually record videos later on, shameless plug to subscribe, but I will also record videos later on of how to actually properly filter all the leads that you have so that you only talk to people that are actually worth your time and of real interest. There of course also are worst practices, and we found one really big, or actually two big worst practices. Number one is being very pushy and salesy to actually schedule free consultation. So every single scroll, yes, you want to actually offer the free consultation, but you don't want to have a very big bold headline every scroll, or you say schedule your free consultation now, otherwise you will go bankrupt, for example. No, you want to give them the offer, and you want to repeat the offer every single scroll, but you don't want to over push. So that's one. And number two is we have actually tested a review slider in the second scroll because our theory was that it will improve the trust that the visitors will have. But we actually saw a significant drop in conversion. So you want to have the review slider actually in the bottom 50% of the landing page. And reviews are, by the way, one of the best way to actually get trust. And you can also just have review videos or photos work fine, logos, because at the end of the day, if people don't trust you, they're not going to schedule the free consultation. So those are the most significantly improvements and iterations that we have done that had a significant impact on the campaigns of our clients. And what I want to do now, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to review landing pages of other accountants that are advertising on Google. And later on in this video, I'm going to give you a couple steps, a couple action items that I know for sure are going to help you to actually convert more people. So let's dive into my computer right now, and I'm going to review a couple of landing pages for other accountants. Okay, so we are going to review the landing page of this firm over here. I don't know the firm, I just typed in accountant near me, and this was a local firm, so I thought it would be a great example. So yeah, let's dive right in. So first of all, what I see directly is there's not really an offer on the landing page itself. So they say work with us, but you can make it more compelling to the visitor to actually say schedule a free consultation, get a free quote or something like that. Over here you say work with us, which directly actually tells, okay, well, work with us, but I never talk to you. So by clicking here, you say, yes, I want to work with those people, but you probably never talk to them first. So you never talked to them before. So that's something that you always want to avoid, to have a too big call to action. They do also have a phone number over here, but I will make it a bit bigger. And first of all, this is just a normal website, I think, because this is also a client login. So I will make the phone number bigger with the text and also the benefits of the offer, so that people can directly actually call. But most of the people actually, they don't even scroll down. A lot of the people, they just land here, they click on the call to action, fill in the form, and that's it. So let's quickly take a look. Okay, so contact us, so they can fill in the form. So one thing that I always prefer actually is if someone clicks on the button, right now people, it needs to load. It's just a couple seconds, but what we've found actually that most visitors, they visit the website, they take a look for 5 seconds, and if they don't really find what they are looking for, they are going to scroll away. It's better if you actually just click on the button, automatically scroll down to the bottom of the page, and then get your offer there. So that's number one. You also don't want to have all the options over here. The reason for this is because it's also just a distraction, like resources, remote work, careers. It's just a distraction. All you want to do is just, a searcher is looking for accounting near me. You want to show them, hey, this is an accounting firm near you. Want to get in touch? Click here, fill in the form, and within 5 to 10 seconds you are all set. Let's scroll down. I like that they again have the button over here, and it says that they work with small to mid-sized companies, so that's a good thing. They actually tell everybody who they are working with. I also do like this over here. So one thing, by the way, that you need to understand is that people don't really read the text. They are more like scanning everything. So this just simply shows, oh, they work with individuals and business owners, non-profit and remote. I actually really like this because the most people that when they visit, they want to know, are they working with my type of like situation? Do they have experience with that? So it is an individual, yes, business, yes, non-profit, and also remote. Some people nowadays are looking for a remote account, or people they want to have a local account. So I actually really like this, but it will be better if they also have a button over here, like the same button, because right now they scroll, and if they want to actually talk, they need to scroll down or they need to scroll up. So they need to look for the button. Well, if you offer the button, they are actually more likely to click on it. The little about section, I like that also. Okay, review. So I do like this. One thing that's best if you also have some, like the 5 stars with a different color, so it pops out a little bit more. And also a photo of the person. Everybody can just write a text, but if you have a photo there, it also works. And then again at the bottom, you really want to have the last option to opt in. I do like the certifications they have, but you actually want to have an option that where people can, yeah, fill in the form or pick a time in the calendar. Because if people are over here at the bottom of the page and they didn't click on the button, it means that they didn't find what they were looking for. So the bottom is really the place where you really want to use your last kind of like shot to actually get to the details of the visitor. So those are the main things about this. It's clearly a website. You don't want to have all the options here. You just want to have like above the fold, which is this over here. Then you of course the reviews, the services, little about us, and then again maybe some general information about specialties. But that's basically everything that people are looking for. And if you are going to give them more options and more things to check out, then they will be distracted from the main thing. And the main thing is to either call, fill in a form, or schedule time in the calendar. So yeah, let's do one more. Okay, I do like the call to action a bit more. The other one said work with us. Contact us is a little bit less obligation, but it doesn't really pop out. Call to action doesn't pop out that much. So I will make this a different color. And I do like that if you scroll, not scroll, but if you hover over it, that actually it moves. So I will let you want to have the buttons in a different color than the background. It needs to pop out a little bit more. Not again too pushy, but a little bit more so that people will pay more attention to it. I don't like all the options over here. And for example, the landing page, the only goal of the landing page is that people fill in the form so that you can call them and get them on a meeting. Over here, maybe like if you're looking for new clients but not new employees, why should you have the careers on there? And why should you have an email opt-in there if all you want those people to do is either schedule a meeting online or call so that you can actually schedule it on the phone. Yeah, so there's no call to action or like a button over here, which I don't really like. I do like the this headline over here. It says actually the kind of like the benefit, proactive position to minimize tax liability. If they are looking for tax services and they know that their ideal client is resonating with this message over here, then that's a really good way about like having the second section. But one thing that you also want to do is just have a button over here, because let's say that someone is actually really resonating with the headline over here, then they need to scroll up, and you want to make it as easy as possible. Just a little button over here will definitely help. And the same thing over here. You really need to scroll down. Let's say that I'm reading over here, like, and I want to get in contact. Where do I go? Do I need to scroll up, down? And there are also too many options. Like I can click over here, and it's actually better if they just have a landing page per service, but also per business they are after. So if they are after privately held businesses, have a campaign especially for those type of businesses, so that if someone lands on a landing page, it's all about talking about privately held businesses, so that actually people that click on those ads, they are resonating with the ad because it's a privately held business owner. Then they visit the landing page and they directly see, hey, private held business owners tax service. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So this is a bit too general. For example, if we are running, if we have clients that are basically in all service accounting firm and do tax prep, planning, bookkeeping, and accounting, and they want to get all types of clients, we still have firms that have the campaigns for, we have a CPA campaign, accounting campaign, tax prep campaign, tax planning campaign, bookkeeping campaign, and way more. But we also have separate landing pages for all of them. So yeah, it's a bit too general, and as you can see, I need to scroll down quite a lot to actually see a button where people can click on. I do like that they show exactly what they do. I will bucket it more in like, we do tax for businesses, individuals, and then over here you can say just kind of like the subsections from doing taxes. Because right now, a lot of the visitors, they maybe don't even know what type of service they want and need. And typically they see, okay, well, this person does taxes, they have reviews, okay, I'm just going to schedule a meeting. Typically, what we found, if someone schedules a meeting or calls and they say, yes, I saw that you do tax work, do you also do this, this, and this? So they don't do a lot of research. They see the word tax, they say, okay, well, I want to have tax, let's call. Same thing with bookkeeping. Again, a lot of scrolls. I will make a different campaign per industry, because then the ads, the landing pages, it all resonates more with the exact type of searcher. And you need to do quite some research, like, what is my industry here? And then probably people click off. Okay, so a little about us, view all. I will just put in the call to action here. This also is this is good for general SEO, because Google likes it if you have a lot of content on your website. It's not really good for landing page conversions, because it is just distracting from the main thing. And the main thing with a landing page is that people actually fill in the form, call, or they pick a time in the calendar. I do like that they have the option to actually fill in some information at the bottom. At the bottom of the landing page, it means if people visit there, they didn't find what they were looking for. So the bottom is basically the less chance of actually get their details. So yeah, that's the main feedback. I hope everybody watching kind of has an understanding now of how to structure landing pages. And I will stop the recording here and I will see you back on my camera. Okay, so those were the main tips. And by the way, I don't know the accounting firms that I just recorded the video about. I'm sure that they offer an amazing service. And I hope that the websites / landing pages work for them. So the main thing that you can actually do right now after watching this video is, of course, taking action. And the main things you want to do is, if you are running a campaign right now and you are using a website instead of a landing page, create 3 landing page versions with the tips that I just gave you and test all 3 of them. And then every 300 clicks, you want to actually do a new iteration. And 300 clicks, I'm talking about phrase and exact matches on Google. If you are using broad matches, the quality of the clicks is a little lower. So you have to actually get more clicks to actually get accurate data. So every 300 clicks, make a new version, and you want to install something called Hotjar on all your landing pages. It's a free software. I'm going to put a link in the description so that you can, it's free, so I'm not like affiliated with them or anything. But you can install this on your landing page, and then you can actually see what people are clicking on and reading on. And this will give you a good understanding of what are people missing, what should I test, Like for example, if people click on the button and the button doesn't work, you see that they click multiple times. So that's definitely beneficial. And the main goal is to actually have a landing page conversion rate of 15%. And it takes time to actually get there, because one thing that you need to understand is that the traffic that you are sending to the landing page is also very, very important. So if you are sending shit traffic to a landing page, it will have very low conversions. But if you are sending very high quality clicks to the landing page, it will get a lot of conversions. So those are the main things to understand, and I hope that you have so much value from it. It's literally cost me 5 years to actually figure it all out, and we are still always testing stuff. So yeah, if you got some value from it, just like the video and subscribe to never miss a video. You can leave a comment also below if you have specific questions. I will make a separate video about it. Again, thank you so much for watching the video. Also, if you are an accounting firm, you want to get more clients who pay you more and you enjoy working with, there's also a second link in the description. You can click on it to just kind of like see what I'm doing with my accounting clients. And yeah, then I'll see you next video.